En dan nu het nieuwe kunstwerk van de week. Nou, en wat voor een. Dit keer van een internationale kunstenaar en wel Julian Lennon. Inderdaad, de zoon van John Lennon. Afgelopen donderdag was hij in Amsterdam en wij waren erbij.
As a child, I was always I always painted. I always played with clay. If you obviously know part of my history, that the song "Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds" was about a painting that I drew, or it may have been wax crayon that I did when I was about 3 or 4 years old. So I was always creative, absolutely.
Lucy in the sky with diamonds. Lucy in the sky with
I'd been taking photographs for years, as much as anybody else does, with for home memories and holidays and this and that and the other. It was actually only a dear friend of mine, a photographer called Timothy White, who saw some of the work that I was editing, and he suggested that I do an exhibition. I thought he was joking. I really did, and I said, no, that's not going to happen. I said, listen, if you help me do it, then maybe, okay, let's see. And he said, he was serious, and so I really didn't know what to expect. But the response was more than favourable, and I'm of course very happy about that, because for me it's the first time as an artist that I've been respected directly for my own work, without the comparisons of my lineage, etc., etc.
help. I need somebody help, not just anybody help. I need someone help.
We meet in Miami Art Basel last December.
Yeah, December 2012.
Yeah, okay. And that's exactly. No, and he was my neighbor. He was in the booth across. So after 3 days, we spoke with each other, and we kept on texting. And I said, "Can we make a work together with one of your photos?" And he immediately said yes. Yeah. So I kept working and discussed it with Julian, and he agreed on it. Luckily. Yeah, so we came.
Well, I mean, I enjoyed his personality, and his work I liked very much. So I thought, well, why not do a collaboration? Why not push the boundaries, and try and play around with ideas? So I'm glad that the connection was made, and that we were able to do something unique.
I give her all my love. That's all I do. And if you saw my love.
It's a foundation I set up to help, as an umbrella foundation, to help smaller charities that had no voice. Basically, I was asked once to help an indigenous tribe in Australia who had lost everything, and they came to me with a white feather and said, "Can you help us? You have a voice." And so from that time I thought, well, I'm in a position to do something. So that's where it started, and ever since then we've been helping more and more people in more and more circumstances around the world. It's never ending.
Goh, het is toch wel bijzonder om hem dan zo te zien, vind ik zo. Nou, hier staat hij dan, het kunstwerk van Julian Lennon, die hij dus samen met de Nederlandse mixed media artist Geert heeft gemaakt. Het heet Paul Buchanan, en Paul Buchanan is een bandlid van de Schotse band The Blue Nile. Nou, de foto is dan gemaakt door Julian en daarna digitaal door Geert bewerkt. Speciaal voor Koffietijd is het een uniek exemplaar, deze. En bijzonder, ik zou zeggen, ga naar de site, bied mee. Je kan nog bieden tot volgende week maandag 8 uur in de ochtend. En de opbrengst gaat dan dus naar de White Feather Foundation. Een heel mooi doel wat Julian zelf heeft opgericht. En een organisatie die zich inzet voor het behoud van cultuur en duurzaamheid voor de wereld.